Hi guys, Cynthia here, and today, we are going to change this up. I am planting a garden here. We're getting rid of all these rocks. These rocks were found all over our property. It really is ridiculous how many rocks we have. I ended up hurting my wrist also, which was not great. And I broke my camera, or not my camera, but my tripod, which is why now you're on like a bucket of bird seed. I end up buying another one here shortly, so don't mind being so low to the ground. But anyway, it was just a lot of removing of rocks, getting rid of weeds, moving this planter. It was an extremely long process, and I think it took me at least 2 months to finally get it together. I mean, the process could have been a little bit shorter, but because of the weather, and like I think we got snow after this, and then it was like torrential rain, and then I just had to get like the wood to build the beds, and I wasn't sure what I was going to use, what kind of wood. I was thinking about buying treated wood, but then I really wanted to do cedar because I have cedar everywhere. But then I found these cedar planks. Anyway, it was such a long process, and just finding places for these rocks was insane. It still is. I mean, we just have piles of rocks places. We don't really know what we're going to do yet, but we are determined to find places to put these rocks. Now, of course, we're going to keep some of them. Some of them we can't even move. I mean, they're in the ground. They're part of the world, so we can't move them at all. But you'll see here that I'm just digging and digging and digging. There was actually landscape fabric under here that I had to remove, and we put that in initially because we were hoping that it would prevent weeds, but it just enhanced the weeds. I don't know why. Like maybe we just had too many openings between the rocks, but there was just a lot of like settlement and lots of weeds. So it's currently raining, which is why I have a hood on and a hat, and you are in the garage technically right now. I just really wanted to get this done, so I worked rain or shine, because this you can see right outside of the kitchen. You can see it from the sunroom in our house, and quite frankly, I just was so sick and tired of seeing this mess. Right now, I'm just kind of just making a border and getting rid of weeds. I have been saving brown paper bags and cardboard for so long just so I can do this project. I have so many projects that I have to use cardboard for, so I've been hoarding it for quite some time. But make sure you take any of the tape off and any stickers off. Just, you don't want that in your, soil and stuff. It's just not good for the planet or for your plants, quite frankly. So you'll see I'm just like putting it all over just so that I can stop the weeds. But these rocks were so heavy, I had to get my dolly. And here I'm placing these just in this corner. Mark doesn't really like what that looks like. And to be quite frank, I don't either. But like some of these rocks, I know you see me sitting there contemplating, like, what am I going to do with all this? But some of these rocks, I just don't have a place for, like ever or anywhere, I mean. So we're going to look for them or a place for some of these rocks sometime soon here. But they're huge. They're boulders. They're not rocks. They are true boulders. They were just all over the property when we first moved in. The people before us had, like, I can just imagine, they had gorgeous gardens. This whole section was a ton of bulbs. Alrighty, so I'm actually going to use a stain for this bed because it's like a little bit more modern around my house. We have a lot of black pots and stuff, but this is the stain that I'm using. It's more like a paint stain. So yeah, so let's get started. So I lost a few minutes of the video here. I don't know where it went, but you can see that I'm just using the stain, and I'm actually excited that I decided to stain this because it is picket fencing. It was kind of rough around the edges. Like the beds I have in my vegetable garden, it's like really nice, smooth cedar, and this was not. So the paint actually, really did a good job. You can see here that I'm just now trying to level out the area that the bed is going to be in. I'm measuring to make sure that it's 6 by 3. I don't know what I was thinking. I think 3 feet's a little too deep, but I'm happy because I'm gonna have lots of planting space. So I'm exhausted, but you can kind of see what I'm doing here. I'm carving out the space for the bed because I don't want it to be crooked or anything. Here's the bed, painted. I think it looks so nice black. Yeah, I like it so much more. I am going to put cardboard like around the edge of it so that I can, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest. I'm just exhausted. This has been a really long process. I mean, I think I started this a month ago when like the first sign of like spring, and now it's what, the last day of April? Oh my gosh, it's been a long process. So the good news is that the bed is built, the bed is painted, the area is as prepped as it's going to be. So over here, I want to show you, I wanted to put the bed more this way in the garden, but I don't know if you can see, I have a giant root there and there, and I'm assuming it's for this large tree here. I really don't know, but I don't want to like cut those. I just, yeah. So I'm going to push the bed over this way. Over here, I'm going to move this rock eventually. Probably keep it in that area, but just like move it for now. I think I'm going to plant possibly my climbing rose that is arriving in May. Soon, actually, like in a week or two. Yeah. And then I'm going to fill, like you see this, the grass I pulled here, I'm going to fill the bed with that because this is such a tall bed that it's going to be lots of soil. So I'm going to put the native soil way at the bottom. I'm probably going to find some more native soil throughout the garden, like probably in the way back. And then I'm going to put a ton of logs. I have debris. And then I'm hoping that 12 bags of raised bed mix is going to be enough, because that is what I have. And I'm going to cry if I have to buy more, but I'll do what I need to do, obviously. Yeah, it's 6 by 3. And because I have 2 by 6 beds over in my other garden back there, I thought, oh, it'd be nice if I can fit more. But I didn't realize how big it would be. Yeah, you know, you just don't think it through. But anywho, I'm going to get the level out and see if any of this is level. I'm sure none of it is, but we have plenty of soil to kind of make it as level as we need to be. It's got to be as level as that stump or the roots there, because I can't dig any further down. So I'm probably going to have to add soil along here. I want to finish this because I had to winter over those David Austin roses because this is going to be the rose garden. I'm doing like a rose on an arch. I have those two, and I think I'm going to buy maybe another 1 or 2. I don't know. I wanted this whole area just to be beautiful roses. All right, let me get the level. It's not level. I just know it is. It isn't. And then I'm thinking about what I'm going to do, if I'm going to put a cage underneath, so that animals can't get in. I'm probably going to do that, but not, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. All right, let's keep going. So I got the level out, as you can see, and I was having a difficult time. And quite honestly, the backside was level. It was just the front here. And thank God for Mark, because when he got home, he just like helped me because I was having a difficult time figuring out how to level this out. We ended up having to get some of the flat rocks, which I guess the rocks came in handy after all, and putting all the corners of the bed on rocks just to make it even, and digging out a little bit more dirt. But I think I did a pretty good job by myself. I'm very proud of myself. So you can see the middle bubble there. That means that it's completely level. Now, I don't know, man. It's hard to tell. The back already said it was level, which I was kind of shocked about. I'm sure I'm going to have to tweak it here and there. I just want to make sure that the bed is completely level, but I'm actually pleased with this. We shall see. I have to wait for Mark to get home to help me because I can't possibly move this bed by myself. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to try to staple landscape fabric within the bed because there are sections of the bed that have like major gaps because this is, so it's cedar, but I use the, what's that called? The planks for fencing because it was so much cheaper, like so much cheaper. But there's like, you can kind of see there, like you can see the outside there in that little corner, and I don't want that. So I think I'm going to try to line this with fabric. I think I have fabric. Let's just hope I have fabric. Oh, it's just, I cannot wait for this to be over because you see this from inside the house and it's making me like sick. And not to mention those roses are struggling. I did trim them. I did do all the things. I haven't fertilized them or anything because I want to put them in the ground. All right, let's find fabric. I hope I have fabric. So I ended up finding fabric. Anyway, I'm doing a lot of voiceovers. Let me know if you like voiceovers or if you like music. I tend to like when I hear people talking, but that's just a me thing. You let me know. Alrighty, so now you're in the box with me. And I hope I have enough fabric to go all the way around. That's the plan. I think I got enough. But I just kind of want to show you in action what this does. You can see, I just want to make the fabric really flat. I'm going to cut the top off so, you know, it's not going to look crazy. Boom. Let me make sure it doesn't come through the other side. And it does not. Yes. And I'm going all the way to the ground, but not like really, if that makes sense. There we go. Perfect. You guys, it's simple-ish. I am happy that I'm doing this. This is protecting the bed. It is a thinner cedar because it is, I lost my train of thought. Because it is fence planking. Now, I'm going to keep going. I just wanted to show you just a little bit here and there. And you can see that I'm not stapling all the way high because I am going to cut it a little bit lower. But I'm happy that I'm doing this. This needs to happen. It's kind of scary a little bit with this nail gun. Just be very careful. Don't point it up towards yourself. Don't touch the trigger. Unplug it when reloading it. All of the safety things that I probably don't have to say. So this was by far the fastest and most easiest part of the day. I was kind of nervous using this staple gun / nail gun, but it was kind of easy. But look how big this box is, guys. I'm telling you right now, this is the biggest box that I have. I wanted something at waist level, but I did not anticipate the difficulty it would be to fill something like this. We had to add all kinds of things. And look at this, guys. This is amazing. You guys, you've got to be kidding me. I had just enough. Look at the seam. Do you see that? Just enough to finish this. Oh my gosh, I have to cut off the top a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and staple where I'm going to keep the soil level at. But do you see that? What a blessing! Oh my goodness! Thank goodness. Oh, I thought, I don't know where I'm going to get any more fabric. I literally was like thinking that, like, what do I do if I run out of fabric? I'm not going to the store. Not now. I already went this morning for nails. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I mean, thank goodness, thank goodness. I am so happy, guys. There we go. Now let's cut the top off, and then we'll go around the top, staple it. So just so you guys are aware, let me show you the staples I got. So here's the box of staples that I got. I'll link everything. So these are stainless steel, right? So they're corrosion resistant. You can see that. I didn't want it to rust in the beds or cause any damage, but this is what I have. And then my little staple slash nails gun. And then this is a staple slash nail gun that I'm using. I think it's like $30 at Home Depot. They also have like a $67 DeWalt one, which I thought about buying, but my friend actually let me borrow this. So I was like, yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna cut the top off of it all, and then I'm gonna staple all the way around and staple the fabric in. Oh guys, how exciting. I cannot believe that I had just enough. I'm gonna go ahead and unplug, turn off the staple gun and unplug it, especially while it's not in use. So I'm gonna go ahead and unplug and turn off the gun. The staple gun has an on and off, obviously. The 0 is off, but while it's not in use, I just don't want to have any issues by mistake it going off. I'm just really afraid of like everything. All right, let's cut the top off of this. So there was something that I do wish that I did differently. I wish I would have just cut it all the way along the top, like right to the tippy top. I kind of went lower than the top, and up close I don't like what it looks like, but it's not too bad. It really isn't going to like burn my britches or anything, but I almost wish I went to the very tippy top. That is the only thing that I wish I changed. Okay, so next in this project is cutting to size some of this chicken wire. So when Mark got home, he was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm cutting to chicken wire to size. And he's like, you didn't have to do that. And at that point I was too deep in it, and I just ended up having them all cut. You know, when you're like busy all day working on a project and you have your mindset and you're just like making these changes, and then someone comes home and they're like, oh, you could have just done this, it would have been easier. Yeah, that's what happened. It was a thing, but it is what it is. Mark came home and helped me level it out. It's as straight as it's gonna get. And let me show you what I did inside. Inside, I cut all of that just to kind of make it so that no animals can dig in. We are going to, because we have a plethora of rocks, we're gonna put rocks all along the edge of the bed, and then we're going to get logs, fill it, and then all the plant debris. But it looks pretty good. I'm really excited, and I actually like that it's black. I think it looks more elevated, considering this was like picket fencing instead of like that nice regular cedar. Yeah. Oh my goodness, this is almost done. This is like 2 months now. Okay, let's keep going. So we filled the entire inside with a bunch of like rocks and some giant, boulders and sticks, and you'll see that I'm putting in like dead plants and dead debris. And I completely forgot to show you guys what we put at the very, very bottom, and I'm so sorry about that. But you'll see here that I'm throwing cardboard only because I didn't want anything to come through if there were any weed seeds in the used soil that I had. And I am wetting the cardboard down just so I can see like the actual true level of like soil that I'm going to need. I did end up putting, 12, 13, 14 bags, which was quite a lot. I used the black cow mix, which is one of my favorite raised bed mix. It's quite affordable. It says it's organic, and I haven't had any problems with it, and I used it all last year and everything came out pretty good. I did put some cow manure on here also, and I might put a bag of potting mix just on the top. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do, but you'll see here that it was lots and lots of bags of soil. Mark ended up helping me bring it all in and put it in the beds. But I'm just breaking it up so that it isn't like chunky and things are going to be easily planted in here. I'm going to put a cherry tomato, some onions, just lots of things that I kind of want to see from like my window. Maybe a cute little pepper. I don't know, but look, I'm so happy. So this is where we stand currently. Besides this big mess, I am going to now put in some of this dirt back up against this bed here. I'm actually going to fill it with rocks and then put the dirt in, because when I tell you we have so many rocks, we literally have so many rocks I don't know what to do with. So I'm going to put in some rocks, then I'm going to put in the soil on top, then paper, then mulch, and then there'll be another day for planting because I have lots of plants I want to put here, including those roses, but I'm not going to do that now. It'll be a whole separate video for planting because I have a lot to do. Like, I need to clean in this video here all of this. There's just a lot to do because I want to put some more sedum, just make it look nice. You know, it's very weedy in this area and I hate it. So, all right, let's keep going. So I actually lined the entire bed with small rocks. You can see it just in the front area there. We had so many rocks that I had to figure something out. Like, I didn't want to have to buy more topsoil. So I figured, whatever, rocks. I'm not really planting anything deep right up against the bed. If anything, it's going to be annuals just to make it look pretty. So it's okay if there's rocks below it. But you'll see here that I'm just, you know, edging it out and just trying to figure out what we're doing here and just cleaning this rock area. This is by far the worst part of the garden. It is truly a disaster in that area. So I brought the rose arch and Mark and I are trying to figure out if we're going to put that up. And I think it's a no. We decided that it just doesn't go good with the stairs. So I'm not going to put I bought a Eden climber that should be coming in sometime here soon. Maybe, I think I have it set for delivery May 3rd or May 6th. I'm not quite sure. I have to look at my email. But I'm going to put that over by my other garden, like right next to my deck, because like that arch just did not sit well where I thought it would. But I'm just adding cardboard, and then this is the next day after that, and I'm adding the cow manure just because I had to buy just 2 more bags of raised bed mix to make it to my liking. You'll see here that I'm using lots and lots of paper bags. Do not throw out your paper bags, folks. What I like about paper bags is that they're so much thinner. So sometimes I will, like when I'm doing this method, I will dig a hole and then put paper bags around the trunk of whatever I'm planting because it's going to biodegrade a lot sooner. The paper bag is going to biodegrade a lot sooner than the thicker cardboard, and you never want to put anything right up against any of the bark of your trees or bushes or anything like that. So I use the paper bags to suppress the weeds, and it's going to biodegrade a lot sooner. But the mulch, oh my gosh, look how nice. All right, guys, there it is, all done. It looks really good. I am in love with, I have a lot to clean up still, but I'm in love with the sedum in the corner there. Everything looks really, really nice. I'm a little concerned because Mark brought to my attention that the bed is bowing out a little bit. Makes me a little nervous. I think we've got time before it completely collapses. Anyway, it looks really, really beautiful. I will be planting in those roses here shortly, maybe this weekend. But it's getting really dark, but everything looks really crispy and clean, and it's going to take some time, but I will be edging this just a little bit more, just because the grass is going to creep on over. Oh my goodness, you guys, this has been something I have been dreaming about all winter. Well, Mark actually brought it up first and I said, yeah, good idea, and then he was like, oh no, what did I say? But we did it. There's still those giant rocks. I'm debating on if I'm going to move some or not. We don't know yet. It kind of, I think, helps that they're there so that you know when that's where the drop is, But it looks really nice. Let me walk this way, show you guys. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Doesn't look so much nicer than the weedy rocks. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, that's so much nicer. There's dirt on the bed there, but it looks good. After the storm, we're supposed to have a storm tomorrow. After the storm tomorrow, I'm gonna come in here and plant in some onions and just start planting in this bed. There's a lot of things I want to put in here, but look at that. It's gorgeous. I love it. Tell me what you guys think. I think it looks great. All right, guys, that is all I have for today. Oh, I can't wait to plant in here. And of course, I will bring you guys along when I do all that planting. And I still have this side, which I'm not going to show you because it's disgusting today, because we're focused on the pretty, not the scary. Well, except for that section, I have to figure out where I'm gonna put that basket, that stone basket that I have there. We're definitely gonna put the bird bath in here, but the basket itself, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that yet. I might put it like in the vegetable garden. I don't know yet. I have a lot of cement pieces and I gotta really figure out where they're going. But that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. And remember to like and subscribe. And remember, if you didn't get it done today, there is always tomorrow. Thanks for watching.